How are you doing? I don't think I've ever had a conversation with you.
I don't think we have talked.
Yeah.
Doing well. It's Friday afternoon before a long weekend. So I'm
Yeah.
excited about a long weekend. Not Friday afternoon, it's Thursday afternoon. Yes, for a very long weekend. Pretty excited. What about you?
I'm excited. Like a
Yeah.
nice break. It's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so do you want to introduce yourself a bit?
Sure. Is Jean Janzen. I'm one of the vice principals here at the school, my alpha. I take care of the C to O students with their last names that begin with C to O. Yeah, I've been here about a year, a little longer than a year. I came last year, February 1st, so just before the COVID situation kind of
Oh,
began.
like 2020.
Yeah, just in February. So February, I was here for 5 weeks or so before we went out last spring. It was closed. So
Um,
it's been a crazy little over a year since I came here. It's been
yeah,
interesting
so it's
times.
probably different.
Totally different, yeah,
Cool.
than the way Bill Crothers, I think, usually functions. You know, I got to watch a couple of basketball games, to a wrestling OFSA
Yeah.
tournament. Sports shut down, so I haven't got to see, and no homecoming yet and that kind of stuff.
Okay. First question, where were you
Yes,
born?
born in Montreal, Quebec.
Just like Candor in Montreal too.
Was he? I'll
Yeah.
have to talk to him about that. Maybe same
Okay.
hospital, we'll have to find out.
You grew up there or did you move?
No, I moved there when I was 2 or so. We moved to Toronto. I lived in Scarborough. I was around 8, and then I moved to London, Ontario. Lived there until I was 18, and then I came to Toronto, back to Toronto. Went to University of Toronto.
So how did you know you wanted
Yeah.
to be in like the education?
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know at first. So when I first went off to university, I actually didn't finish my whole degree at that time, Canada, and go travel. So I left for I didn't just go for 1 year. It wasn't just like a gap year. I left for about 10 years. Lived all over the world. And I actually settled for quite a long time in Germany and was living there and decided to come back to Canada. I turned 30. And that's when I actually went back to school, did another degree, and then did my education degree at the same time and started working. So this is a second career for me.
Cool. So when you were traveling, like were you just
I was working, so I was working in the fashion industry at the time, and so I lived in New York City and in Los Angeles, and then in Europe for quite a few years.
so cool? That's really cool.
Mm-hmm. I'm
I
very
want to do that.
I'm very unfashiony though now, right? I'm really happy to be in a sports school where we get to wear sports clothing and that sort of thing. I'm kind of a person that was very much impacted working in a very superficial kind of world. I was so lucky to be able to do so much traveling, but I really enjoy a much more down to earth. I'm so happy to be back in Canada. So
I think that's cool. That's something I would want to do, like travel the world and see different places. I feel like
yeah.
that's really cool.
Yeah, I feel very lucky. I have lots of great memories, lots of visuals in my head. And that's why it was so exciting to go back to school. I went back and studied English and history. History was my focus because I just wanted to know about all the places where I had traveled. I wanted to know all the history behind it,
Like
all
the
the
cultures
people.
and everything, for sure. What are some things you are very passionate about?
Passionate about change, about improving the world, making the world a better place, about equity and human rights, social justice, family, loving my family, living, and just improving the world, like the whole world. After all that traveling and getting to see, like women's status all around the world, individuals' rights all around the world, things like that.
So I guess going to family, do you have any siblings? And if
I
so, how
do.
many?
I have 2 sisters, one younger and one older, so I'm in the middle.
It's good, like a girl's family. Cool.
Yes, love it.
What do you like to do in your free time?
I am a swimmer.
Adult
Yes.
only, yeah.
Yes. So I swim with a master swim team. And so I love hanging out with my swimming friends. That was my sport when I was younger. And for whatever reason, being around people who love the same activity as you or who trained for many, many years, all are in sync all the time. So we also do, over this COVID time, we started swimming in the lake a lot more, a lot of lake swimming. But what else? I go see a lot of theater at times. I love reading, yoga, being in the outdoors. I was an environmental education teacher into administration, and you'll see some pictures on the wall behind me of canoe tripping, of a lot of whitewater rafting, whitewater paddling, all of that kind of stuff.
So with
Mhm.
the swimming, isn't it cold right now? Like, isn't it freezing?
Yes. So I've been training for that. So I take cold showers every day. Your body adjust,
Yeah.
and I do wear a wetsuit. I bought some really good gear this year, and it works. Actually, able to go in swimming right now. I was in Cherry Beach last week.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. That's
hmm
cool. If you could describe yourself in one word, what would it be and why?
Resilient. Lots and lots of challenges in my life. Of those, and many of us might feel this way. One of those uh, punching bags or something that keeps being knocked over. So you keep having different challenges in life. And every time I just keep jumping back up like the Energizer Bunny. Yeah. So, always overcoming challenges, but I'm a pretty emotional person. And so that's partly why, too, when you're quite emotional and you take
Yeah.
everything very deeply, then it can kind of knock you
Yeah.
over, but always coming back and jumping back up for the next day. And therefore, really loving each day, feeling a lot of gratitude for each day and like being here in this wonderful building with students every day.
I'm also a very emotional person. I think people around me know, so always like coming back and,
Yeah.
sticking up for yourself and fighting back, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is something that stands out for you and other people?
The kindness
Mm-hmm.
and hard work. Like, I love working in education because you work with a whole bunch of teachers who do so much. They are always giving, very, very giving people. And
Mm-hmm.
in students, I love their creativity and emotion, like you say.
Yeah.
I love working with teenagers. It's an exciting time in life. It's also like it's a very emotional person
Yeah.
working with students. It's an emotional time of life. There's lots of good things. There's lots of hard things going on, of intense experiences happening. So I
Yeah.
really enjoy being part of that, supporting when I can, and just going along for the ride at other times. Yeah.
What is one lesson you learned so far in life? Yeah.
I guess hard work pays off. That's one part of it. And the other part is that sometimes the way things work out is, we fear sometimes that things aren't going to work out the way we want them to, but things work out the way they're supposed to. So no matter what it is that happens, there's good to be found in that, and to trust that it is good, because we go through hard situations, or you have challenges, you don't achieve the goals that maybe you had hoped for, realize how it worked out is just perfect.
Yeah,
It's
that was
fine,
worded
even when
really
it's hard.
well. If you could tell your past self one thing, what would it be and why?
I guess my children are now both in universities. I would tell my past self to enjoy those days with the family, to take even more time to spend with my family. Through many years there, had a lot of work, and I mean, I did enjoy a lot of days, but I miss those days now. I want some of them back. I really enjoy the days with the family. That's the same as now. You just feel so much gratitude for whatever you have around you, right?
Yeah.
To just feel the gratitude,
Yeah,
be
I think
happy with what you have.
everyone can relate to like enjoy the younger days with your kids. Like my parents would probably say the same thing. So
Yeah,
that was it. It was really short though.
good. I mean, it's
Yeah,
an
but thank you
afternoon.
for participating. So that's really nice
Thank you.
of you.
Thank
Oh,
you for asking me. Well, great job. Good job.
thank you.
Great idea, whoever came up with it.